Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
Shotgun.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And he's got more time, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Throwing is Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
When we talk about the best corners in the league, we're usually saying shutdown corners, guys you can't complete passes against. Richard Sherman fits that definition to a T. The best part of his game, no wasted moves. He studies the opponent so well, hard to get a pass on Richard Sherman.
And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
11. Now Garoppolo throwing on 2nd. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. And that one results in 35 yards.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up, wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a changeup in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the changeup, and on that play, it worked for big yardage.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down near the 15.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Malik McDowell there to make the tackle.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. Baldwin with it over the middle. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Baldwin's first catch going to be good enough for a first down.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola, and then, of course, to Stanford, and, boy, he's been good. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats, but really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step.
19.
Wilson to throw on 2nd down. Throw right side, taken in by Wallace. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
A handoff to Penny. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. A 2nd down carry for Procise. Gets past one man. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A very solid gain of 27.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Wilson now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Two minutes to go here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
4 down. Check. Check 50. Sorry. Mike, check. 59. All right, T, let's go. All right, T.
On 3rd down, that's Carson. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6. Janikowski good with the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. Out to kick is Janikowski. That'll be taken in the end zone. And some space here. And he'll go out of bounds, but not before reaching the opposite 35.
But whatever the relationship was between the special teams and the offense, it's gotten a heck of a lot closer after a return like that. The special teams just keep setting them up. The offense thinks they'll go out there and knock them down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And past the 30 down to about the 27. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. And Gold is able to put it through, and that gets him back within a single point. It's now 10-9. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
As Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10.
18, 18. 56
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. And he comes back with one complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Wilson now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's 1st down. From the shotgun, Wilson fights loose, and he'll get up to the 43-yard line. So we are at halftime here, and we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Second half begins with a run from Penny. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. To throw on 2nd down, Wilson. He lets it fly from Lockett and got his man complete. A gain of 32 that time.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On 1st down, Wilson. He's going to float this one deep right side. This is caught. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Janikowski adds the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. Out to kick is Janikowski. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned Because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Now Garoppolo. Rolling to his... In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Nazir Jones forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
21. Take it, go. 21.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Oh, can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Now it's Lockett. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to work. And now running right through it. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
12, fellas, here we go. One Omaha. Go ahead. 11. Go ahead.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Eluding the pressure right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Garoppolo to try again on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
12.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Oh, he can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defense is awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. be able to knock the ball through the post and take the three.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
And out now come the Seahawks. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wilson hits his target, the tight end, Will Tye. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Taken in at the 11. So a special teams mistake on a long punt return.
And think about the momentum that leaks out after that play, right? It's built up, terrific return, everyone's excited, but that flag on the ground can bring it way, way back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now McKinnon. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Barkevious Mingo able to get in and bury him well behind the line for a loss of 17. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He's going to air one out. He's got a man, complete. A big 3rd down play there for the Niners. And even 40 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. The Niners on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This time they face a 3rd and 2. looking from the gun. Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball. And that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
Kyle Shanahan's made the decision. They're going on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. On 1st down, Garoppolo over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets. Garoppolo,
6 of 17 throwing the ball, only 35%. But he does have a 1st and 10. Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Here we go.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Out left side here to Bryant. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. First catch for Bryant. He's got a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
12.
Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. Floating one, incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear him now. 3rd and goal. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And Gold is able to put it through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They begin with a run by Penny. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. 2 division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Penny. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
On 2nd down, Wilson. Left side, caught by Matthews. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. Wilson now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another 1st down. Great time there to come up with his longest run of the night. We just saw it.
Leads to a lot of satisfaction because if they're able to hang on and win this game, you know what else will happen in the locker room after this?
What's that?
Head coach will step up and go, great job, guys. Because of that, come in a little bit later tomorrow.
Penny showing folks he was indeed worth the 1st-round pick as the Seahawks come up on 1st down.
Check 50, check 50. Still got 4 down, 4 down.
They keep it with Penny on 1st down. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Last stop. Last stop.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
You got 3. You got 3. I got you. I got you. 14. 14. I got you. 44. Spot that.
On 2nd down, here's Penny. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. From the gun, it's Wilson. He hits Baldwin right side. And the spin looked pretty, but more for style points as the real estate evaporated quickly there.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. And Janikowski bangs it through, and that will push the lead up to 5. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, it's a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. This secondary as a unit, they've worked really well together in this one, especially late.
A lot of cohesiveness, a lot of communication, and some great athleticism. They're playing so well now, a nickname is sure to follow. They're going to have to name this whole unit soon.
13!
He's back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Goodwin. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Garoppolo to Goodwin there for a 49er first.
That gets them the first down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10.
You look. Check 95.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They run it with Carson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the 49ers going to take another timeout as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. The Seahawks on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
Hey. 4 down.
The pitch goes to Penny. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
Hurry up. 21.
Back to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Goodwin. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. 8 yards there, getting him out of danger. It's a first down. Back to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. He'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. And this one incomplete. And all that remains is 13 seconds. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
11.
To throw is Garoppolo. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play where